We're about to show you a few clips. The first two are of a ball traveling about 30 miles per hour and 50 miles per hour. The next two are of a shooter taking two shots, one without looking at a target and the other with looking at a target. See if you can grasp our point. Our point, increasing power or ball speed has little change or effect on the reaction time for keepers and defenders. However, removing the need to visually identify targets and removing hesitation time greatly increases the level of surprise. We're going to show you how to become more of a reactionary shooter by 1. Using your natural radar, 2. Shooting through traffic, and 3. Shooting with close pressure. Talking about the human radar, my Jack Russell actually allowed us to borrow his ball and his bandana, and we're going to use it to talk about the radar. The mind is an extremely powerful thing, but it has to be exposed to what it's trying to understand before it can understand it. What we're going to do is a simple drill. Every player needs to do this. They don't need to watch it. Every player needs to do this. Now what I want you to do is just turn and throw at the target. Just look at it, turn and throw. Throw it at the bottom of the target. Now, put on the blindfold. Now she's got on her blindfold. Here's the ball. You're in the same spot that you were before. Now we're going to move to the left. Follow me. Stop. Move back. You're back where you were before. Now we're going to move to the right. Stop. Come back. Keep your back to the goal. Okay? You're right where you were before. Now I want you to turn and throw the ball. Come back. Whichever hand you want. Now I just want you to turn, same way you did, and throw at the target. It takes time, and you have to work on this, but you'll start to understand you don't have to see something to understand where this is. You will eventually understand an approximate location of where you are and where your target is. Even though it's to your back, we understand that I know where it is. I know where it is. I know where it is. That's the sense that we want to have with a soccer player. Helps us become a reactionary shooter without having to visually see and confirm a target before we shoot. Part of the feeling with the radar inside of us and knowing where we are is the ability just to shoot. Not to have to visually identify our target, but just to take a ball and immediately fire it at goal. The reduction in time versus how hard we kick a shot is amazing, and we're going to show you. The first thing we're going to do is you're going to receive a ball, you're going to touch the ball, you're going to visually recognize your target, come back down and strike. The second series is going to be, as soon as your ball comes into you, you're going to turn and strike without looking at the target. Got it? While you watch the following clips, I want you to understand one thing. Visually confirming your target not only adds time to your shot, but also takes your focus away from the ball. Often, we must take additional touch when our eyes return to the ball. This process can add up to 5 full seconds. Next drill, here's the progression. Ball's going to come in, one touch, keep your eye on the ball, and shoot. Try and keep it fast and with one movement. Okay? Now, watch what happens when we remove any touch at all. You'll notice that the preparation time for keepers and defenders goes from about 2 seconds down to almost 0. Now we're going to put a live person in and we're going to add pressure to it. Offense, defense. Ball comes in, both are going to move a little bit towards the ball. We're actually going to make them freeze a little bit here so we don't move off camera. Normally they both move towards the ball. Ball's going to come in. Defender, you're going to come in because you see the ball. She's going to block, touch, and shoot without looking at the goal. I don't have the time to look. I've got to touch it fast and I've got to move fast. As soon as I touch, shoot. Soccer hop, hop, load, shoot. Use that soccer hop to pivot and load. Facing here, hop, load, shoot. This is one of my favorite drills. We call this Big Brother, Little Sister. We're mad at Big Brother and Little Sister. We want to hit them with the ball. Not really. But we don't want to use real players for this drill, so we use boxes. You can go out, and what you can do is we've bought, they're $1, $1.50. They're about 12 by 12 or 14 by 14 by 36 boxes. Stand them up and now you have defenders. It's a great way to practice, and what we're trying to do, it's okay to touch into traffic and hit someone. When you shoot, you don't worry about your crowd. Don't feel like you have to have this big room to shoot. That's what we want. Touch, shoot. If it hits someone, it's okay. 50% air, 50% people, 50% chance of it going in the net. That's a great percentage. I'm going to feed a ball in. I've got 3 diagonal sections in here that I'm going to feed into. So let's go into number 1. You ready? Great. Great. Now, there's a good example. 3 shots, all air. Doesn't always happen that way, but that's a perfect example. Great. Second spot, over here more. Touch it in. Great, perfect. That's what I want to see. Ready? Perfect. Only 1 box was hit. A great way to practice.